Let's do it.
From the star of Rocky, Rambo, and the Italian Stallion comes the only 80s action movie to come out in 2010, The Expendables. Before the release of the watered-down PG-13 sequel, revisit the R-rated movie that has all the explosions, guns, and testosterone you crave, and all the plotty, overcomplicated backstory you don't.
You remember that time we was up in Bosnia? We took down them Serb bad boys. All our guys were getting chopped up all around us.
No one cares. Just shoot a bunch of people already. That's better. Meet the Expendables, a mercenary gang of aging movie stars brought together for one last paycheck. Thrill as the heroes of your youth team up without nearly enough screen time to go around. Featuring hours worth of Statham and Stallone, but only 2 minutes of Willis and Schwarzenegger. He won't be back. Instead of the all-star brawl you were promised on the poster, get ready for showdowns that no one ever asked for, like Jet Li versus Dolph Lundgren, Steve Austin versus Randy Couture, and Jason Statham versus a pickup basketball team.
Next I want to fight all your balls.
Suit up with the leader of the Expendables, Barney Ross, a man with a mysterious past and a mysterious color-changing goatee. Watch this killer with a conscience struggle through tough choices to do the right thing.
Hey, this is my choice. There's no guilt. There's no guilt.
And struggle through Botox to make his face smile. Almost there. You almost got it. Ride along on his mission to take down this generically evil CIA agent and this generically evil general to save this generically Latin island nation going through some kind of coup or revolution or something.
They wanted me out. Why? Because I saw the big picture.
Once again, no one cares. But it's not just boys playing with their toys. Get to know the movie's rich female characters like this helpless hostage, this cheating girlfriend, this random biker skank.
Anything for you, baby.
You got it.
And, that's all, I guess. Not a lot of women in this movie. Gear up for a film that seamlessly blends the worst action movie cliches of the last 40 years, featuring heroes who somehow dodge every bullet from the 80s. Corny one-liners from the 90s.
Why didn't we have dinner?
Sure went.
In 1,000 years.
What do you wear? Size 3? Bring it, Happy Feet!
Who sent you? Your hairdresser.
Lame CGI blood effects from the 2000s. And lame CGI everything else from today. So get ready to say, huh? In a movie full of Asian, Latin, and European actors who speak English as a second language.
Speed better than the back.
Things are just not what they want.
What it takes is little Lami.
But this setting is up, man.
And also Sylvester Stallone.
The life has got to him.
You know, you should be your kind.
When's the last time you saw your hat on us? Second account number's mine. It's a Gloria Canteen. You're lucky, man.
Is that English? Starring Sylvester Steroids, Cranky, Ivan Drunko, the black guy, Lucky to Be Here, Bruce Will isn't in the movie, Plain Lee, Greasy Gandalf, and Old Man the Barbarian. The Expendables. Man, all I really wanted to see is these guys trade one-liners.
I'll be back. You've been back enough. I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Never mind.
From the studio who finally buckled and released the Snyder Cut, but are holding firm with David Ayer fans.
No, we are not going down this road again. I don't care what happened on his submarine. Wait, what happened on his submarine?
Comes the film that only exists because James Gunn made one too many pedo tweets for Disney. And DC swooped in like, come on home, Gunny boy, let the jizz jokes fly.
It's like angels are splooching all over us.
The Suicide Squad. What is this movie? Some kind of Suicide Squad? Yes, but also no. Get ready for the same basic premise, but a massively different direction.
What the
replacing figurative jokes with actual jokes, endless character introductions with no character introductions, and changing the title from Suicide Squad to The Suicide Squad. See, there's a little "the" on the poster, so everyone knows it's a new movie with a bunch of the same characters. Oh boy, no wonder this bombed. Welcome back actors eager to wash the stank off their last outing as these characters, like Viola Davis, bringing way too much talent and pedigree to a film with Pete Davidson in it.
Okay.
Joel Kinnaman, who somehow makes you care about Rick Flag to the point where his death hits the hardest? I blame you, Katana. You were supposed to have his back. And of course, Margot Robbie in her third appearance as Harley Quinn and third wildly different version of the character, going from stripper side piece to self-actualized badass to a twee romantic with a head full of flowers and birds who still manages to steal the film in a sequence full of torture, dead goons, and close-up foot stuff. Or as Tarantino calls it, homina, homina, homina. But forget the OG squad, not that they ever can. There's a whole Newicide squad in town, featuring Idris Elba as Will Smith said no to the sequel, I mean Bloodsport. This other sharpshooter on a mission to save his daughter will have audiences everywhere wondering if there's a draft of the script that still has Deadshot's name on it. John Cena's Peacemaker, the kind of guy Dwight Schrute imagines himself to be.
He does exactly what I do, but better.
I am better than you have ever been or ever will be.
Then there's Polka Dot Man, a guy cursed with exploding polka dots on the outside and the mental state of your typical incel on the inside. Ratcatcher 2, who gets dismissed as a lazy millennial.
Millennials.
But I'm pretty sure she just has mono.
We're tired, Colonel. We need a rest.
A disgusting weasel you wouldn't let near your children. No, the other one. Some glorified cameos to give James Gunn's buddies a nice payday, and the cutest, actually threatening animal sidekick since the last 3 cute but actually threatening animal sidekicks. Please, please, please give us behind the scenes of Stallone's VO sessions for this. I need it.
New dumb friends.
Follow this motley crew of outcasts as they do an adorable version of the Bay of Pigs, featuring an extended massacre of freedom fighters played for laughs. That innocent man had his wiener out. Because when the USA has to do a good old-fashioned South American coup, Amanda Waller won't hesitate to build a team with one crucial thing in common: traumatic parent stuff.
My father's burdens became too heavy to carry.
My old man, one day he just locked me in a crate for 24 hours. And it was full of starving rats.
His father was a soldier who trained his son how to kill from the moment he was born.
My mother was a scientist at Star Labs, and she was obsessed with turning me and my brothers and sisters into superheroes. She infected me.
And we don't really know what's up with Harley Quinn's dad, but come on, it's nothing good, right?
I think you have a serious case of daddy issues.
You all do. Even the Guardians all do. James Gunn hates dads.
When Thanos took my home world, he killed my parents in front of me.
Every time my sister prevailed, my father would replace a piece of me with machinery.
Just like my own damn parents who sold me, your own little baby, into slavery. That's my freaking father!
And apparently birds too. So strap in for a chaotic good time with a little bit of everything. Hilarious violence. Bims. Dicks. A Gen Xer's greatest hits mixtape. Chapter headings that make you say, ooh. Disgusting animals that make you say, aww. And a finale where rats eat a giant eyeball that doesn't make you say, come on, people, see this movie. Why couldn't they have just called it Suicide Squad? We're sorry, and we promise we did better this time. Starring... Well, if it isn't Rickman, the guy who can flag anything. I'm going to become the poker. Will Smith. Why are you showing a blank screen? There's nothing... Oh, I get it. Rocky, Shark, doot. Come on, everybody. Ratatouille. Color Me Bad. The Dick of It. A Starro Is Born.
Saturday Night Dies. I'm Mary Pop.
and the Ayer cut.
Who are you going to show that to?
Goddamn people deserve to know.
I'm gonna need that drive, Colonel. No one is saying what they did was right. That information gets out, it causes an international incident.
Suicide Squad. We're sorry, and we promise we did better this time. It takes everyone way too long to figure out the anti-Starro strategy is just cover your face. Feels like that would be kind of your first reflex if a big starfish was flying straight at it, right? No? From the same writer as Heathers and Batman Returns, and the director of this and only this, because how could you top it? Comes Sylvester Stallone's best dystopian action comedy since the one that started his career.
Italian Stallion. Rated X.
Demolition Man. Travel to the 2030s, a conservative's dream of the future liberals want.
You are an incredibly sensitive man who inspires joy feelings in all those around you.
Sylvester Stallone is the Demolition Man, John Spartan, an LA cop with a reputation for blowing things up. Like I said, an LA cop.
LAPD Chief Michael Moore said sorry for the botched detonation.
When he's sent to cryo prison for a crime he did commit, the future will turn to this unfrozen caveman detective to bring his rival to justice. Because in the ironclad logic of movies, it takes crazy to fight crazy.
Send a maniac to catch one.
Simon Phoenix is an old-fashioned criminal. We need an old-fashioned cop.
I'm not sure he's any different than Simon Phoenix himself.
Send a maniac to catch a maniac.
Hey, you used that one already. Wesley Snipes is Simon Phoenix. What the is that thing?
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
I can't say What about Holy you two would fit right in Demolition Man. Wesley Blade Trinity Snipes is Simon Phoenix, a superpowered terrorist so over the top, he gave Dennis Rodman whatever his whole deal was.
Dennis goes to San Antonio, and then Demolition Man comes out and he changes his hair color.
Did you know they offered the role to Jackie Chan first? That would have been different. Also, never play that clip again. Sandra Bullock shines in a breakthrough role as Huxley. She's an adorable little sociopath.
We're doing battle with that strangely weapon scrapped in those roundhouse.
Huxley, look, this isn't the Wild West, okay? Hurting people's not a good thing.
Who learned all of her English from watching porn.
You really licked his ass. Let's go blow this guy.
And Dennis Leary steals the show as every bumper sticker on the back of a lifted pickup truck in a Bass Pro Shop parking lot.
I want to eat bacon and butter and buckets of cheese, okay? I want to smoke a Cuban cigar the size of Cincinnati in the non-smoking section. I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body.
Yeah, this guy is definitely not vaxxed. Even after AIDS got its own multiverse.
After AIDS, there was NRS. After NRS, there was UBT.
So travel to a horrifying vision of the future. Not because it's oppressive. That's every dystopia. Nope, because everyone is basic.
The dogs kids love to buy.
In one of the few R-rated action sci-fi films that's remembered more for its clever writing than its shootouts. But kids today will never understand the significance of this movie, just like my ex-wife will never understand the significance of the John Spartan mannequin I bought from a Planet Hollywood estate sale. It's beautiful. Starring Time Cop, Blade Runner 2032, She Smells Seashells, L. Ron Dullard, I Want Him Found, Not Tomorrow, Not After Breakfast, Now, Law and Order, San Angeles, Dennis the Menace, Bob the Minion, and Netflix executives.
Jeffrey Dahmer? I love that guy!
Jacked to the Future.
How's that damn 3 seashell thing work?
Okay, 3 seashells time. My first theory is that it's just a bidet control. Shell 1 adjusts the aim. Shell 2 for water pressure. Shell 3 for hot or cold. Theory 2 is that everyone plugs or simply scrapes their butts with the seashells and throws them down the toilet when they're full. This is supported by a 2006 interview with Stallone and does explain the presence of the chrome plunger-like device to the right of the toilet, likely for ramming the used shells down the drain. A complicating factor for these theories, however, is the presence of the scraps community in the LA sewer system. These are densely populated neighborhoods goods, large enough to support multiple food vendors, inside what used to be San Angela's sewer, meaning that the largest sewage and water mains of the city are no longer required for human waste. Poop doesn't appear to even make it underground in this future, leading Simon Phoenix to remark on the underground's comforting home-cooked smell.
Love that smell. Reminds me of biscuits and gravy.
So where does the poop of San Angeles go? How do the three seashells really work? Demolition Man remains intentionally obscure on those questions, bringing me to my third, and I believe, most thematically consistent theory. Nobody knows how the three seashells work, in-universe or out, and they're all too ashamed and repressed to ask each other for help. Just listen to Rob Schneider's reaction here.
He doesn't know how to use the three seashells.
Now, is that the laugh of a man who knows how the three seashells work? No! Does Sandra Bullock, a student of our era and way of life, give John even the most basic knowledge of how to use the toilet? No. Why? Because she doesn't know either. No one knows. They're all fumbling around in their shared secret shame. That's why they never touch each other. They all have doo-doo hands. Theory 4. Every restaurant is Taco Bell, so all they do is pee out their butthole anyway. Wait, Creed 2 is here already? Yes! Let's get pumped by pulling an 80s classic out from the Honest Trailer vault. Now that Star Wars is done for good, Roger Moore has walked away from the Bond franchise, and Superman 3 proved we're pretty tired of comic book movies. At least we still have Rocky? Seriously? Where could they possibly go from Rocky 3? Make their kids fight each other?
Dad, when can I learn to fight?
That'd be dumb. Rocky 4. You've seen Rocky punch Apollo Creed. You've seen him punch Mr. T. Now, get ready for Rocky Balboa's biggest challenge yet. Punching communism in the face. When a Russian murders his worst enemy / best friend, he'll seek revenge in a showdown so epic, it requires a training montage. Another training montage. And a third bonus montage of Rocky thinking about his past training montages. Man, it's like a dream inside of a dream. Is there a word for that? Nah. But it'll take more than fancy editing to beat Ivan Drago, a Soviet punching machine who's bewildered by our strange American ways, like showgirls and electricity. He's a boxer of very few words, only 46 in the whole movie to be exact.
If he dies, he dies.
And somehow, this undefeated gold medalist has taken our heroes by surprise.
Gold medalist and undefeated world amateur champion.
Forcing Rocky to fly all the way to Russia in order to lift things. Run in the snow and chop down trees. Sure, he could have done all that in Lake Tahoe, but yeah, suck it, you dirty commie trees. Think you've seen everything the Rocky franchise has to offer? You have. Cause Paulie is still getting bullied. Adrian is still telling her boxer husband not to box.
It's suicide! You can't win!
And Rocky is still bravely soaking up punches with his face. But thrill as the old formula gets a shot of new life with some updated geopolitics.
This is us against them.
And a futuristic talking robot.
Please make a wish.
You know, it's actually kind of sweet that Stallone put a robot designed to help autistic kids in the movie. But also, it's kind of weird that he makes Polly have sex with it.
That's my girl.
You're the greatest. See you, sport.
She loves me.
How? So if you're ready to see the Soviet Union crumble, one punch at a time. But you can't wait long enough to watch Stallone help our brave Mujahideen friends do it in the upcoming Rambo movie. Let Rocky remind the world that nobody messes with the United States and gets away with it. Especially not Russia.
I'll blast this guy's teeth out.
Hell yeah. Man, can you imagine a future where Russia is still the bad guy and Hollywood is still making Rocky movies? Huh, what am I saying? We'll leave the sci-fi to that Austrian dude.
I'll be back.
Starring Ramki Balbambo. From Russia with Glove. Rob the Robot. Definitely ain't gonna be no rematch. Even redder Sonya. Gene Shalit. And...
Yo, Adrian! I made a metaphor about humanizing political opponents as they face the eventual collapse of their economic system amid the modernization at the end of a decades-long Cold War that almost ended our mutual destruction. I did it!
Rocky Ive. So wait, if Rocky, Polly, and Adrian are all in Russia, who's watching the kids?